Hello everyone, welcome back. So, here we are again at my Final Fantasy Type 0. Very nice, it's always nice. But anywho, moving on. You might be wondering, what nice goodies do I have to show today? Now, the nice Nintendo standee, and I had cleaned it with bleach and wiped it off with bleach, and then wiped it off again with warm water, because, well, bleach is poisonous, so obviously you don't want that on there. And it looks wonderful. I'm so glad the artwork on this was not damaged. It's so nice. It works perfectly fine for all my Wii and GameCube games. It just works out for it. It's very nice. And I also put a lot of my Marios and Luigis up here in the original. I believe this is the first Mario little guy made here or that, but the Luigi and the Mario I got from Goodwill. I don't think I ever showed them off. I think they were like 99 cents. Yeah, they were cheap. This guy, a lot of people have seen a lot because he used to be up there, and he used to wear the Burger King Pokemon crown that people might notice in a few of the more recent videos has been hanging out on Solio's head. Because he's the Pokemon Master. Yeah. Anywho. So, yeah. That's why I did that. But I found another shelf. And unlike this one, which I know they use this one because I've seen it, this one was in a almost completely sealed box. This box was only partially opened, and all the things, like I said, with the standee, I had to pop out. Oh, I spoiled it. I spoiled it for a few seconds, though. Yes, if you've been to a GameStop recently, they've been having so many of these fucking pop things. Like, there was a whole advertisement for the Peanuts, Dragon Ball Z, and Doctor Who, and the Emote Pixar movie thing, or some new ones they've been hauling out, and they've been having a lot of these. This whole thing was not put together. I put together myself. I put some glue on the bottom layer, because it actually isn't being held by anything. So I did that so it would actually stay together, the whole thing. The only thing that actually sticks is there were little pieces of tape on these top two flaps, and that's it. Everything else is just cardboard. Now, as you can easily see, it's stuffed to the brim with my DS stuff, and it is everything except for those over there, which I've still left over there. But most people who watch my videos would know that right there was where I kept a lot of my backlog DS games, and right now, well, they're up here, and it actually works really nice. I'm thinking what I'm going to do with the shelf itself is I'm going to probably move this out of the way, because I just really have junk on this, like my Magic cards. There was just the Skylander Swap Force that came with my Wii U. I tell you, every moment I regret that more and more. I should have gotten the Zelda one. I still need to find a place for this. But what I'm thinking of doing is, because this whole thing is just white everywhere on the outside, and the back piece is white, I'm thinking maybe a lot of the posters I have, I might just kind of decorate it a little. I could do that. I could even take some of the label things and label if I wanted to with that. But, yeah, it's just a simple shelf. It's a free shelf. I mean, what can you complain? I mean, that's the really nice thing about doing this shit. You get these nice little shelves here. Nothing. Free art and shit on them, then you can use them to store things. It's a slow process, but hey, more and more shelves. More shelves easier than having to install this shit. But, anywho, aside from you all wanting my Shulk Amiibo hanging up there, I know some of you are trying to look for him. I know. Also, just for one person that might actually, I don't know if he's been watching some of my older videos, so I kind of throw that in there while we're going. He'll probably watch this. Moseying on along here into my little cubby hole of hell. So, what's new here? First thing is, this is one of the recent things I found. it was a giant black box with GTA 5 on it, and this thing is what's in it. Now, this was supposed to have a key, a bag, suitcasey thing, and a hat. Now, the plastic thing underneath this for those is there, but they're not in there. All there is this blue map, which is very odd. It's not made of any particular special material. It doesn't really seem to... Actually, you know, there's some little wed marks. Like, there's a... It might be kind of hard to see, like... Let's see, right there. See that circle? I wonder if it's, like, showing off sequins. Huh. That might actually be useful. I don't know. But, yeah, that's all that's in there. If I can fold this back. It is pretty big. But it is a very nice looking box, though. It kind of has that whole Ultima 9 thing going for it, which is a big ass black box, big bold letters for the logo. It's very nicely embossed in the box. It's not a cheap plastic box or anything. It's a pretty nice box. I believe, sadly, on the bottom there was a slight dent there, little one there. And there's a little bit damage in the corner, but aside from that, it's in pretty good condition. It's very nice. This thing, with all its contents, goes for about $160. Now, I'm assuming the original owner actually kept the rest of the contents, and it did not have its steel case cover, which it was supposed to come with one. They apparently kept it, I guess, or the owner didn't have it. I don't know. I'll find out tomorrow when I actually go thrifting. Here's some nice things. I saw a guy who actually found a shitload of these. He found like a whole box full of these things. This is the second time I found any of these, but the first time I found it, it was damaged and it didn't look interesting. I got 2 for the Wii U, 1 for the 3DS. They don't have any particularly interesting art, but of course this Amiibo one here is very nice looking. Sadly, it has a small piece missing now. It's a real shame because the rest of it looks gorgeous. It's very nice looking. I'm not sure what it's made of. The one I found was like wrinkled up a bit, like water damage. So it's apparently made out of something that's slightly paper. And excuse me, you didn't hear that? Nothing. I found there was a sports store near my GameStop I go to, and these are all those destroyed discs I showed off before. All of these were destroyed by GameStop. A whole fucking shoebox. Whole freaking shoebox. So I've been cleaning up here a bit to that. There's still some of those light guns and shit. My new box of things to build up to try and see if I can sell them or anything. So anyway, going on over here, I did find a box that has nothing in it for the Call of Duty. I might find the rest of that. Actually, now that I think about it, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I already had found one, but that was the PS3 version that had an art book. So, yeah, see? And I also got this hardcover guidebook for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. The day I found this, it was on the very top, welcoming me in my open-braced glove. That's in excellent condition for being on the top, too. Luckily, no rain or anything ruined that. Before I get some other stuff here, here's something that was slightly odd. These 2 bags here, they have names on them, but they have a bunch of shit in them. They have like the manuals there, and they have these things called Dream Gear on them, and I haven't looked up what they are, but it looks like they just have a bunch of the accessory stuff, like there's a little strap thing and that, but they primarily have the guides in there. It looks like somebody turned in their old DS stuff and they threw away the instruction stuff. You know, Number one thing, if you're ever going to fucking sell anything to GameStop, just give them that thing. Keep everything else. Because they're just going to throw it away. If you can make use of the cases or anything, because they don't give you money based on the cases, or I've never seen them do that, so that's always been really weird to me. Anywho, moving on, got another two-sider, so I can make another case for 3 discs. I love these. They are not very common to come by, and I always take every opportunity to keep. But it's very easy to find the cases with the middle thing so you can put it in. It's just hard to find these ones with the two-sided. So far, I only know of about 3 different games that really make use of this thing. 3 or 4. So it's always exciting to find these, because I'm sure in the future, as more and more discs again, or with all those stuff too, I mean, they're useful that way. These are some of the more noteworthy cases of artwork and keeping. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. The Zelda Spirit Tracker was one of the few Zelda games I still don't got. I'm not really a fan of the DS entries. Metallica for Guitar Hero, Soul Calibur 5. I've never gotten 5. I've been thinking about getting that limited edition book thing, because that thing's been cheap on Amazon for quite a while. Saints Row, the full pack. I'm just keeping it just in case. I do know there's like some PS4 things, so I don't know if I'll really make use of that. You should know I did get a copy of Medal of Honor, so that's something I'll be using. I also got a copy of Lord of the Rings Conquest, so that's, again, I got a copy of Cooking Mama way back when this actually came out. I found it really cheap, and I was like, why not? Could try it. I don't know if I'll like it. It's a bit of a wishy-washy thing, but yeah, I was just like, why not? So I actually have that. Nintendo's Dalmatians and Funds. I actually bought this really cheap. So again, that's another one I'll use. Harvest Moon. I don't have this one, and if I ever do, well, there we go. And oddly enough, it has a new sticker, so this might actually now be cheaper, because if they did what they did with WarioWare and that virus game, they might have dumped it down to a used status. Pretty badly damaged hot gold copy of Pokemon. This will go with the endless growing stack of them I have. Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Bit of a shame. I think this is only on the PS3. I don't think it's on the PS4. I mean, I know it's on the 360 too, but I mean, I don't think it's on next gen. It's a day 1 edition, not that that's anything particularly special, but figured I'd keep it in case anything comes up. Fairy Tail Fights, I believe. Yeah, Fairy Tail Fights. I've never played this, but it's supposed to be like a beat 'em up thing with very crude, bloody, fairy tale themed stuff. Never played it. It's $4.99 currently calling this, if this is recent, but just in case. Now, fines, physical fines. We have a copy of Red Faction Gorillas here that was in a slipcover. Original Xbox. I always find it nice when if you ever currently see original Xbox and PS2 things in the dumpster, it's usually guaranteed to have its game. And there's only one time, I believe, I did not see the game in there, so which was kind of odd. But yeah, usually it's going to be there because they don't sell them anymore. They don't take them in, so they can't sell it. So it has to go in the garbage if they don't take it back with them. The Eye of Judgment, which needs the PlayStation iCam and the cards. I do not know if it needs this map. I'm not 100% sure on that. The disc is in excellent condition. In this random case is Mass Effect Disc 2 for the 360. I don't think I showed these off last time, but I may have. I know that stuff is new because those are very recent. Wet for the 360. And Golden Age Beast Rider, which this game is awful. It's awful. Not just this copy in awful condition, but the game is awful. Wow. Wedgie, they all much? Atomic Wedgie. I got these Dragonite cards. I gave a good majority of them to a mom and pop store because they do not expire until October 12th. And Tears of Tyro found a shitload of these too, and I told him the same thing. I plan on giving some of these away. I kept a small handful of them, so I plan on giving those away in a few ways. And then we have, I'm not very familiar with Disney Infinite. Danny the Man is, though. Two of these are 2.0s, and this is apparently a 1.0. And as far as I can understand, these are for stage customization. I do not know if they work. They don't look like they're damaged. The bottoms have a lot of scratches on them. Oddly enough, this one doesn't have a platform like the other ones, but it does have like all the copyright mumbo jumbo shit, so I am going to assume they made the one like this and the twos like this. The twos definitely do spring out to the eyes a lot more. I think these are worth about $3-4 on Amazon. This one in particular I think was worthless, but I think these will. So might be able to get some. Danny the Man said he was interested in them too, so I might just give them to him. He did say he wanted to get, I think it's down there somewhere. Ow. I just poked my head on that box. Yes, he said he wanted this Chrono Trigger case, which is one of the few I found in good condition, and I was gonna hold it out for myself, but you know, I already own a complete edition, aside from not having its book of Chrono Trigger on Super Nintendo, and I had the PS1 version, so you know, it's not that big of a death sentence. But usually I always find these soaking wet from Wayne, and it's always a shame. And I'll probably find another anyway, so I'm not in a big loss for it. So he's been interested in that, so I might send these with him. I'm not 100% sure. He has Disney Infinite, and I think that's most. Not too much else really. You know, there's the usual cases and crap that I've been finding, but nothing too much. The cases have been very low, and lots of boxes and that. Apparently they stopped getting phones. Apparently they've been getting screwed over by most of the phone companies. So if you go to GameStop, you might notice they've either dismantled or they're not taking phones anymore. Mine have completely taken out the glass cases for phones. They're gone. Completely gone. So, gotta say, I don't think it was a smart move for them to do that to begin with, but what do I know? What do I know? So I don't think I got to show this off. This was in my trunk for ages. I never got to get it out. It was in perfect condition. It's a soundtrack disc if you can't get it. I think that was also, I don't know, it's hard to remember everything is showed. This gets so much freaking stuff. You just find so much stuff. It's hard to fucking remember everything of that, you know. But it is a shame. It is a shame. It's always a shame. I really gotta do something with that 360. I don't know if it works still. People keep asking me, why don't you test it? I'm afraid of it exploding. Because it is very rusty looking on the back. So I am very... oh, man, I tell you, every time I look at this winkled up book of Way Into Historia, I think of that wet case I found. It makes me want to fucking cry, man. I want to fucking cry. That is such a good game. Oddly enough, the GameStop Neo Allens, all that Splatoon shit I found, which I still hadn't, I've been thinking about putting this on, but I did get to look at what they were supposed to do with all that Splatoon shit. It was supposed to be decorated all over. Let's like pretend this is the case thing that has the TV and the system. Like it was supposed to be all around the outer wedge, and obviously that on the Wii U pad. So I don't know if I'll ever make use of the other pits, but that I'm very tempted at putting on my Wii U pad. I mean, it's sealed for one thing, so obviously I don't even have to worry about cleaning it, but, yeah. So, these, again, go with all the other physical games that I got there. I'm already getting a pretty nice collection, so I'll be putting, if the camera will focus, focus camera, come on, stay on target, there you go. I'll be organizing those in that box and that, so it's pretty, it's going pretty alright. That I have a lot of posters, and one of the reasons I'm trying to, like I've said before, I'm trying to transfer a lot of stuff on here, getting organized. I still have some old junk in these here. I need to go through some random cables and shit that I didn't have any luck getting rid of, so I might just give them to a mom and pop store, that, so, you know, obviously they don't go to waste or anything. But I want to clear this out, because what I'm hoping to do with this spot here is so I can show you the new posters easier, because I used to have it in between boxes in my back door here. And obviously you can't get good enough lighting, even though the lighting in here sucks ass, but yeah, and I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing here. I mean, I stole the back of it. It's such a shame the front of it was gone. I don't know what the fuck they did with it. It's really a shame. I'd hate to throw it away or something, but I mean, nobody's going to want it without the stuff on it, so that's a shame. Real shame, but I can't do much about it. I can't save everything, you know. I can only save so much. I tell you, this, what I'm thinking of doing with these is, like, there's a few skits I want to do with these, because these are already destroyed discs that they purposely poked or cutted or warped or bent. I mean, some of these are in, let's see, what's a good example of when they really fucked up? See, that has a little damage there. Yeah, there. That little right there where my light is, they poked it with something. And of course you get stuff like this where they just straight out. This actually was a recent one. This is like the recent self-destruct one that, you know, I found. Anyway, my battery's dying. Let's moan the dead. Until next time, everyone.